In finishing up, we're going to tie up some of the loose ends, some of the odds and ends of our project. We're going to hide the scroller in the guide. We're going to make our game go full screen when it can. And we're also going to create an event at the start of level 1 that allows us to configure the number of meteors to control the difficulty of the game. So let's get started wrapping up. The first thing we need to do is we need to go back to projects. And we are going to go to the scroller, and under its properties, we're going to set opacity to 0. So this is going to hide it from view. We need to do the same thing with the guide. It was great having it to make sure that everything was positioned and pinned. Now it's time to hide it. Set its opacity to 0. Now we're going to go and choose to add an object type to our project called the browser. Very powerful built-in object type. Press insert. Using this newly added browser object, we're going to create an event that requests that the game go full screen and portrait when possible. So scroll down and click Add Event. We want to know whether the screen has been touched, so we start with that. Choose Touch on any touch start. But we have some other conditions. Right-click, add another condition. We want to know whether the browser supports requesting full screen. So add that as another condition. And we want to know that the browser isn't already in full screen. So let's add another condition. Go to Browser. Is full screen. And of course we need to invert that because we want to make sure that it is not in full screen. If all these conditions are met, we're going to add an action. First thing, browser is going to request to go full screen in the stretch scale outer mode. And lastly, the browser will request to lock the window's orientation to play the game in portrait. Now we're going to take this event and pull that within that mobile event group we created earlier. Now we're going to go to the start of level 1 event group, and we're going to add some more functionality that's going to allow us to set the number of meteors at the beginning of the game. So we are going to add a group to the level 1 event group. We are going to call it start of level 1. And for description, it's going to be events and triggers that occur at the start of the level 1 layout only. So this is our on start of layout code just for level 1. Let's add an event, system, on start of layout. You should find that under start and end. And very simply, we have one action. We are going to set the global variable meteor limit to whatever we choose. I'm going to choose 25. Press done, drag that within the start of level 1 event group. Using this technique, you can configure how difficult each level is just by setting different values for meteor limit and so forth.